Not shocked, not shocked one bit. Just knew it, just knew it. Everything's predictable. We better fucking win this game today, let me tell you. We better take all 3 points and win this match because I tell you right now, Aston Villa are still beating Newcastle and there's a 4 point gap with Aston Villa and Arsenal and Man City and Arsenal. We better win this game because no Eze yet again. Martin Odegaard, the weakest captain in football, is starting. He does not deserve to even wear that captain's armband, and he does not deserve to even be on that pitch for Arsenal. He was the worst first team player last season for Arsenal. He's not been the best this season, and people want to mention about injuries. He was injured for about, I think it's 50 days or something like that. Absolutely disgrace that Eze is not playing yet again. This manager is a talent killer and he destroys any attacking player. You've got Eze, who was one of the best number 10s in the Premier League last season. He looks a shadow at Arsenal, and it's not because of him individually. Yes, he's adapting, but he's not getting any minutes hardly whatsoever under this manager. I think it was 4 games in a row he missed. Didn't even get like a 10, 15 minute, 20 minute. You know, I this is why people can't fully back this manager because of things like this he does. It does not look attacking whatsoever. I look at that team, and this is the team. This is the team, and it does not look attacking whatsoever. If you ask me, it really doesn't. I'm not excited about this and all. I don't see any freedom in our play. It could be different. We don't know. It might end up being one of those days where we turn up like against Aston Villa at second half, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Tottenham. Do we have full confidence? I don't. So this is the team. This is just, wow. I mean, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, that takes care of itself. In Cape, okay, yeah, I mean, I'd have still played Miles Lewis Skelly there. Rice, just like expected, which obviously we all want. Zubimendi and Odegaard, yep, all defensive. Rap Arsenal plays in Cotton Wool, Saka right wing, Trossard left wing, Jesus up front. I'd have put Gyökeres up front, and I would have gone with Jesus on the left wing instead of Trossard because Jesus has just scored two. Victor has just scored a fantastic goal and he gets dropped. And I'd take him out of this club and strip him of the armband. Definitely. He is not worthy to be the Arsenal captain. Absolute fucking disgrace, that is. Really is. How the hell, how the hell can Martin Odegaard be starting yet again? I'm going to leave that team lineup on the screen. I'm not going to stay on for too long, people, but uh, we better win today. I tell you now, because Aston Villa is still beating Newcastle at St James's Park. But we keep getting told, oh, Aston Villa are not in a title race, never been in a title race. Well, they're 10 points clear of Liverpool for a start, so they're not going out the top three at all. Probably for the rest of the season, not a chance even. Do not see that happening whatsoever. They've just strengthened signing Tammy Abraham, and going to Newcastle, beating them. Yes, we beat them just. Man City beat them in Cup, but it just shows they're not going to fold. After we played fantastic against them and beat them very comfortably in end, and then they played Forest straight after that, you think, well, this will be a test of the character. And they took care of Forest that game. Absolutely. If we win today, then good. But it gives you the thought of we're going to be boring. We're not going to be playing with freedom. We're not going to be expressing ourselves. We're not going to be showing a lot of intensity, a lot of urgency. And you know why? It's all because of Mikel Arteta. How the fuck does Martin Odegaard get in this team? When you seen Ethan Wanyeri last night for Marseille, what a player. 19-year-old in March, his debut breakout season, scores 9 goals in all competitions and 3 different competitions in that as well, and he's not even getting a kick this season. There's no matter what anybody says, there's no point in it because if you're having a breakthrough season as a young lad and you score 9 goals, you've done more than enough to play a lot more minutes than what he has played this season. More than enough. Dark side gonna no Eze, no dark side, absolutely not. But we predicted it. I could have, I've mentioned it all the way through the week. It's going to be Martin Odegaard, Martin Zubimendi, and Declan Rice in midfield. Declan Rice, yeah, Zubimendi. well, we could even play just one defensive midfielder, but probably today is probably best just to play two, I would say. Um, and then Odegaard again. It just nothing shocked me. I'm not shocked. I'm really not shocked. But it just shows because against Wolverhampton Wanderers at the time, and I must have brought this up about a million times. They were bottom at league on course for breaking the record of the least points in the Premier League history, and he doesn't even play Zubamendi and Declan Rice in that game. What the fuck did Norgard get signed for? Just to turn up and, you know, go to work in training because he never gets minutes, and he's an ex Brentford captain. These no wonder players want to leave. Like some players like that, they'll come to Arsenal and think, nah, not being part of this, no chance. And Miles Lewis Skelly is probably going to look and think, you know what? Ethan's gone on loan. He's my friend. They've grown up together. I'm better than this. This is what I keep saying. I'm sick of hearing people say, "Oh, well, they're only 18." Well, Mars Lewis Skelly is going to be 20 in September, and if one year will be 19. And you keep, "Oh, they're only young. They're only young." How many more times am I going to say this? Lamine Yamal has set the benchmark for the age. Players now at 18, 19, especially 20, are going to look and think, yeah, I want to be playing first team football. I want to be going to World Cups. I want to be going to European Cups. Do you think, oh, it'll just come around again? It's okay. Footballers' career is massive. It's 50 years long. No, it's not. If you don't go to World Cup this year, you might never ever get a chance ever again. And Miles Lewis Skelly broke into the England team, scored in his debut, and what? That's it. Thomas Tuchel's already made it clear. If you're not playing, you're not going. He's not going to the World Cup right now. Abridger Eze is not going to the World Cup right now. I'm just, I can't believe it, man. Well, no, in fact, that's a stupid word. I can believe it because this is what this manager does. So we better get these players playing today. And these players' mentality can be a problem, which we've seen a lot of games this season. And also, if it's boring, we can't break Man United down, and he just stands here, I'll just stick with a 4-3-3. I'll just stick with a 4-3-3. I'll keep Gabriel and Saliba in team. I don't have to worry about it because obviously they are the best centre back pairing in world football, which they are. But that's all he's going to do. I'll just rely on defence. I'll rely on defence. We'll draw or we'll win. That's all Mikel Arteta does, relies on that defence. And yes, it is probably the best defence in the world, and we have got the best centre back pairing with Gabriel and Saliba. How many times are we just going to be playing all nicey, giving big cuddles? It's annoying to see it pre-match because today we might put performance in like against Tottenham, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Aston Villa second half, or we might play like we did against Liverpool both times, maybe Man City at Emirates, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, who had 10 men, where we were diabolical. We might put a dire performance in like we did against Nottingham Forest. Wasn't very good at Everton. Scraped it a little against Bournemouth. So today, we don't know what's going to happen. But if it's not going well and United are coming at us and it's still 0-0 and he just stands here and thinks, yeah, 4-3-3, that's what I started with, that's what I'm sticking with, and I'll just rely on defence, then, like I keep saying, Mikel Arteta is the problem if we do not get all 3 points today. Because right now, Man City are 4 points behind Arsenal and Aston Villa are. But apparently, we keep getting told don't even worry about Aston Villa. They're not in title race. Well, I've said for months, Aston Villa's going nowhere at that top three. I've never said they'll win league, but I've said they are in a title race. Whether people like it or not, Aston Villa are in a title race. They can go to Newcastle and win. They have. They've gone to Chelsea and won. They've beat Arsenal at Villa Park. They've beat Man City. Do you know? They've beat Man United. This is not piss poor Aston Villa team, let me tell you, by the way. They've got injuries. Kamara's out for the season. Tyrone Mings has just come back. And look at them. They're 10 points in front of Liverpool right now. With this, if this stays as it is, obviously. And beating Newcastle at St James's Park, which everybody knows how tough that is. Yes, we beat them with the Gabriel score header. But I fucking Odegaard, man. No Eze, Odegaard starts again. Just looking at me, I'm just annoyed because I'm not shocked. Like everybody in the chat, we're not shocked. We knew this was going to happen. Right, I'm going to do about another. I'll do another 15 minute maybe or something like that. Um, dark side, I'm so bored. Dark side, you better get 3 points. I swear to God, absolutely dark side, my brother. AJ, big up to you, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Not happy with the lineup, Rich. No, neither am I, AJ. Well, we won't win now. This is going to be. I'm telling you now. Today will be the game. If we do not turn up today, oh, another save from Pope. If we do not turn up today, and Arteta does not change anything, and we draw, let's say, even if we draw, and we're boring, and there's no intensity, no urgency, no freedom in the play. Arteta does nothing to change it. We're struggling to break Man United down, not causing them much problem. There's going to be boos maybe ringing around the Emirates because they're thinking Man City now might go on a run. They just might. They're getting the players back. Marmoush has come back. He scored yesterday. Obviously, the rest of Ireland. Still got Kovacic out. Still got Garvidal out. Still got Diaz out. Um, and obviously, Ain't Nori's come back from African nations. So it might just click. And we know for a fact when Man City click, they just bladder teams 2-0, 3-0, and it happens for about 6 games in a row. But it's obviously the defence, and obviously Mark Gay coming to the team yesterday tightened it straight up with cussing off. Aston Villa on attack. He scored. It's 2-0. There you go. Arsenal are today officially 4 points only in front of Aston Villa and Man City. Aston Villa have just scored 2-0. Ollie Watkins, I think it what? Or is it Rogers again? I, no, I think it's what? I just seen celebrate. Let me see who this is. There we go, people. But we keep getting. I think it's Watkins. Ollie Watkins, I think it is, who would crawl to Emirates, by the way, to come and sign for Arsenal. Let's just see. See, they've got Tyrone Mings back and all. He's been out all season. Let's just see. Look at Emi Bendia. Fantastic first half goal. Unai Emery's got the best out of him. Yep. What a Poacher's goal. Proper goal. Proper goal. Proper goal. Poacher's goal, that one. Good goal. Good goal, that one. Bang. Diving header. Ollie Watkins' goal. Fantastic. So there you go. Aston Villa. 4 points. Man City. 4 points. A draw today is not even good enough because it will just put pressure on these players, and these players have shown a lot of times they struggle with that mentality when the pressure is on. Right. AJ about you, Richard. Congratulations on 661 subs. Thank you very much, AJ. Darkside. I keep saying Ethan is our best 10. 100% he is Darkside. Absolutely, all day long. AJ, my Darkside. I would say Eze is our best 10, but Ethan is very close. I don't know what I've just done there. I think Eze is our best number 10. But if we know, let me try and word this right, from seeing it already in an Arsenal shirt, then I agree with Darkside. You probably have to going to say then Ethan Wanyeri is because of last season, 9 goals in all competitions, massive goal threat. And you know what? Is a threat and half on that right wing. I would trust him to be Saka's backup all season over at Madueke all day long. Definitely. Look at Aston Villa, look at Aston Villa. You know, we beat them, then they go and beat Forest, so the character were tested then. They've just lost to Everton, and you think, will this be where they rock and have a huge game going to St James's Park, who everybody knows it's not easy whatsoever there, and 2-0. Literally 2-0. Kamara, who's been maybe the best midfielder this season. Then again, it's debatable because Tillemans has been fantastic. John McGinn's been brilliant at times, and Rogers has obviously been absolutely class. But Kamara has been the one what's kept it all together, compact. I mean, they've got fantastic midfielders. Onana's class, and he's been out all season. They've had Tyrone Mings out all season. They've been playing with, let's say, if you can't Daniel Marlon, who's just gone to Roma. Ollie Watkins has not really had the best of seasons, but he's stepped up with some goals, and he started to chip in. And they've gone to St James's Park and they've won 2-0. 2-0. Mind you, these 8 minute added on, but I think this game's done. 10. Yeah, 8 minute. Well, that's 8 minute, maybe might be even 10. So it could end up being 2-2 actually, but I don't see it. So what a team Unai Emery's built. What a team. Brilliant team. Is it a penalty? Um, so this could end up still being a draw because I think there's going to be about 10 minute added on here. There's eight officially, but is it four likes? Not so good. Where's that? Yeah, that's how I'm so bored of this manager and this captain is so dry, man. He's the worst captain I have ever seen. Absolutely, Dotside. 100% he is. He is. Dotside gonna also. Norgard is going to Ajax in the summer. What a joke. Yeah, just a pathetic signing. Just another signing what Arteta's made, and he didn't even want him. Just a stupid signing. Absolute stupid. Static. Hey, Rich Arteta is pathetic. Jesus instead of Gyökeres, Odegaard instead of Eze again. Unbelievable. I know, Static. It's mad, mate. And this is what I'm saying. If we do not win this or draw, there's going to be some boos around the Emirates. I really do think that is. So that obviously you can see the team. I've kept it on. And yeah, I mean, if we win, those pre-thoughts, what we've had, me and everybody chat, not wanting this team selection, it's all okay because it's worked. But if you take in consideration how many times this season we have been shambolic and scraped it, and obviously we're having a great, let's say, best defence in world, or if you want to count Gabriel and Saliba, the best two centre back pairing in the world, Arsenal have scraped games. Recently against Nottingham Forest, we didn't nearly lay a glove on them. The Martinelli chance, yeah, that's probably it. We have scraped games. And it's only because a lot of times this season we've got the world's best defence and obviously the best two centre back pairing in world football with Gabriel Saliba. There's been times we couldn't even lay a glove on a 10-man Chelsea. Arteta just stood there, 4-3-3. Yeah, it is what it is. If it don't work, just rely on defence. We came away from Stamford Bridge a full half and a little bit with 1 point when it should have been 3 points. Now, to me, a top manager, and I keep saying it, would have got out there in that second half and even played two up front against a 10-man and absolutely annihilated them and dragged Chelsea all over and felt they had to even drag another midfielder just to cover the centre backs, which would have just absolutely disturbed all the team. It would just disrupted it everywhere. They'd have been all over. Arteta, nothing. Just stood there and carried on with a 4-3-3 against a Chelsea team when we needed to win that game to pull away more. We should now be about 10 points clear. But instead, we're 4 points ahead of Aston Villa and 4 points ahead of Man City. Our next away game is Leeds United, who will get up for anybody at Ellen Road, and their form in the last 9 games has been absolutely superb, and the teams they've had to play has been ridiculous. And Man City will go to Tottenham away. Godson QB, let's hope Jesus is the saviour like they all keep telling us. Well, Godson, I mean, personally, today when you oh see they could still even make this 2-2. There's about 6 minutes left of this game, really. Um, But today I would have played Gabriel Jesus on the left wing. His confidence is sky high. Scored two against Inter Milan away. And I would have put Victor Gyökeres up front because his confidence is sky high from scoring a fantastic side foot with a lot of lift on it goal against Inter Milan away. And guess what? As people can see, Kai Havertz, not in the team again. Sell him. Just get him out of this club. He is absolutely rinsing this club. 280 a week over a 5-year contract. If you take in consideration the contract, the length, everything, it works out around about 137 to 138 million he's costing Arsenal. And we're considering giving this guy a new contract. That ain't Andre Berta. That's Mikel Arteta, let me tell you. So I would have made Gabriel Jesus left wing and Victor Gyökeres up front, and obviously kept Saka on the right wing, but not Martin Odegaard in this team, and get that captain armband off him. It's an embarrassment to see Odegaard wearing a captain's armband for Arsenal Football Club. Caliguna, how are you? I love Timber defensively, but 1v1 fullback in the league, but going forward sometimes I don't see the same quality as. But I agree. Ben White has got a lot of attacking qualities. His delivery is fantastic. And Ben White's just somebody like we know he don't really care about watching football. He don't really like it that much. I've said I can see him retiring early in the game. I can at about 30, 31. I think Ben White might retire. He's probably made enough money. He's probably got multiple businesses he's working on. Um, I just can't see him being bothered about signing for another football club, turning up for training, wanting to play. He doesn't really like it. He does. He don't really. He don't even watch it. He's. You can tell when he's playing it. His interest is. He just does it because he's a good player. And I can see Ben White about 30, 31, probably retiring. Um, Ryan, Arsenal fan, Jesus is good for this game. Ryan, the Arsenal fan, broken Norton Cuffy is really good. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Is that no? Yeah, I've heard Norton Cuffy. Bro. So I, well, I mean, I'm just like when you think, yeah, this is what it's going to be. Just look at Aston Villa. What's a team? Unai Emery's got these. I mean, look at them. Just look. They've sold John Duran. Sorry, he had to go. They got rid of Diaby. He's gone. They've just brought Leon Bailey back. Um, Kamara's out for season. They've had Tyrone Mings out nearly all season. Only just come back. He's in team now. Um, Emi Buendia. Unai Emery's worked with him and got him back in team playing brilliant. He's got Ollie Watkins chipping in now and again. Morgan Rogers, he's probably the most feared, I would say, midfielder slash winger in Premier League in terms of scoring. Conser, fantastic. Matty Cash, brilliant. But we were told by a lot of these obsessed Arteta fans, don't you what you on about? You don't know shit. Unai Emery's not taking Aston Villa. He's gonna flop. He's gonna flop. They're gonna fold. They're gonna fold. They're gonna drop off. Well, Aston Villa are 10 points clear of Liverpool right now, and only 4 points behind Arsenal. So all these fans what are saying, oh Aston Villa are shit. They're gonna drop off. They're gonna fold. Well, it ain't gonna happen, is it? Because they're not moving out that top three at all, and they've just won. So that's Aston Villa 4 points behind Arsenal and Man City 4 points behind Arsenal. But if we win today, we'll go seven. But what I will say, if we draw or lose, you are gonna hear you are gonna hear boos around the Emirates. I guarantee you. Everybody. Like I said, I wasn't gonna stay on too long. Just wanted to jump on, share team news and frustration, even though I knew it would happen. Martin Odegaard starting yet again because he's Mikel Arteta's love child. Absolute, it's just not acceptable. He is the worst captain I have ever seen in any team. The worst captain of Arsenal, the weakest captain. And last season, he was the shittest first team Arsenal player. And yet he still gets to keep his place this season. Absolutely embarrassment. And that is because of one person, and that is Mikel Arteta. So today, if we play boring, there's no intensity, there's no urgency, we're not passing fast, we're not playing with freedom, we're not expressing ourselves, and Arteta just stands here, yeah, 4-3-3, not changing it, bro, not changing it. I'll just rely on our defence. Gabriel Saliba, he deserves massive, massive pressure if we fuck this game up today, and Arteta does nothing to change it. Andre Berta, do your thing, brother, and take note and start putting pressure on this guy if we mess this game up today. One, Odegaard shouldn't be playing. If he plays shit, that'll be the first thing. If he plays shit, there's going to be boos around Emirates. I guarantee you, if Odegaard does not turn up today, he's going to get battered by own fans because they don't want him in that team. A lot do not want him in that team or captain. And if we don't do anything and we're not giving Michael Carrick a different headache or causing Man United problems after, say, 50 minutes and he just does nothing, it's just 4-3-3, 4-3-3. Yeah, I'll just rely on defence. There's going to be boos around the Emirates if we do not take all 3 points today. If we draw or lose and we don't play well and Arteta doesn't change anything, there is going to be boos around the Emirates. Especially if we lose, there's going to be uproar. Patrick Vieira in studio, Roy Keane in studio. That's what you call a proper fucking captain. Winner, warrior, ball breaker, no nonsense, vocally heard, absolute leader. Not a little mouse like Martin Odegaard, the weakest captain. That's what you call two proper captains, Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira. Right. Ryan, Arsenal fan Serie A is so much fun to watch, and the fans make it better. Yeah, I used to watch all leagues. Ryan, big up to my guy. Anthony Clark, big up Rich. We all know Ghost Guard is going to ghost today and be crap. Yeah, you watch him turn up today and put 11 out of 10 performance in just because it falls back for Arteta, getting that another free ticket. You watch. Right, Arsenal fan, I couldn't watch the Olympic Marseille game yesterday because I don't have the streaming platform, but I saw the goal, and Yeri is so good and should have been starting over Odegaard. Odegaard's a disgrace. When you think he's our captain, it's an embarrassment. Send Summer a win, the only result today. Absolutely. Right, everybody, enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your day. I probably will be back on for the post-match reaction, and I want to be saying we're 7 points clear. We're 7 points clear, back in the driving seat. If we're not, then it's not just going to be me who's going to be seeing and thinking, here we go again. Here we go again. Pressure's on. Folded. Uh, let's just see. Let's just see. But if we do not turn up today and Arteta does not change anything, they will be boos around the Emirates and they will be fans saying, this manager is starting to make mistakes yet again, or he's just doing things what he's done before. Why play Martin Odegaard? Why not change it in second half if it's not going well? Why not even put two up front to cause Man United / Carrick a different problem? So let's just see. He might do that. He might change formation for 20 minutes if it's not going well. He might take Odegaard off if he's not playing well and bring EZE on. But previous, zero confidence in Arteta. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. And 3 points. That's all it is. A draw is a draw, but it's not good enough. We keep. They were just going to give Villa and Man City more hope, and more chances. Thank you, everybody, for joining.